Hey everyone, welcome to BK Playhouse. We are here at the KOA in the Delaware Water Gap. Thanks KOA Delaware Water Gap for sponsoring this episode. We are staying in this awesome covered wagon and we are going to be doing all things Oregon Trail. This is going to be so much fun. All right, Bray, we're coming in. Show us this awesome covered wagon.
BK Playhouse!
Whoa, check this out.
2 bunk beds.
2 sets of bunk beds.
Kay wanted the bottom.
Caleb wanted the bottom.
And I wanted the top.
Bray wanted the top. There is another bottom and a top. And we come over here.
We have an air conditioner.
Oh yeah, there is an air conditioner if you need it. And hi! And this is a big king size bed.
Hey, they have the luggages.
And I decided to take the end tables as luggage holders. The seat for the covered wagon right there. So we could sit there and see out. Last time we were here, we stayed in a cabin and we loved it. If you haven't seen it, it's gonna pop up again at the end of the episode, so watch that. And the boys on a little adventure found the covered wagons and the teepees. Do you think we should stay in the teepees or the covered wagons? Because we're coming back here for sure. And we're either gonna stay over there at the covered wagons or over there in one of those teepees. You guys answered and covered wagon it is. So in this episode, we're gonna learn about covered wagons and the Oregon Trail. But first, we're gonna hit up the bounce pad followed by some mini golf. Here we go. About to set up camp. We pulled our wagon in for the night from the Oregon Trail. Caleb, what are you doing? How?
With sticks and wood.
Do you think that that's how they did it back in the Oregon Trail?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's true. On the Oregon Trail at night, when they stopped and set up camp, the kids went out and did exactly this. They got the sticks together to get the campfire going. Like magic, we have an amazing fire here on the Oregon Trail. Hey, Brayden, what are you doing up there? Settled in for the night? Oh, Caleb found a secret compartment.
Look, I unlocked it.
What is it? What do you think that this secret compartment?
Maybe it was their storage?
Maybe it was their storage? Can you get it? Careful, guys. Oh, I don't think it's... Whoa! What is it? What did you find?
All of their weapons, it's their toolbox.
It is the toolbox. You're right, because these wooden wagons would break down all the time on the Oregon Trail. And they needed to carry their tools with them to fix it. What are you guys doing?
We have an oxen and a mule. Great. I got his leaf. Now let's walk him in.
All the wagons lined up next to each other in a big circle around the fire. They're putting their animals in the middle so they're safe. All right, we are gonna try to get some sleep here in the covered wagon. The boys have, there's 2 sets of bunks, but they want to be in the same bunk over there. So we're zipped up for the night here in the covered wagon. Okay, Bray, did you corral all the animals for the night? You did. Caleb, is the wagon secure for the night?
Yep.
Okay.
Sharky did it.
All right. We are secure for the night. Good morning, guys. How did you sleep?
Right.
Just waking up after a long night on the Oregon Trail. Boom! Oh, hello. Hi. Would you like to build your own covered wagons?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can do that. We have all the supplies here
Oh, yes, wheels.
that we need to build our covered wagon.
Oh.
We need to mark on our map back there the start and end of the actual Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail is when people started to move out west. So Caleb, Independence, Missouri is where it started. Go ahead. That is the start of our Oregon Trail. Okay, and it took them about 6 months to travel in covered wagon trains all the way over to, where, Brayden?
Wagon City.
Good, Bray, put the end over there in Oregon City. That whole adventure took the travelers 6 months, and they did it on little covered wagons, just like with the one that we're staying in right now. And remember, all these states weren't here yet, but people that lived in these states, these new states over here, wanted to explore and find out what was out west. So we know where the Oregon Trail was. We've stayed in a covered wagon. We're gonna make our own now. Do you guys remember what this part of the wagon is called?
The bed.
The wagon bed, right? Can one of you guys go show us the wagon bed on the wagon behind us? Yeah, that's the wagon bed. You see that right there? Okay, you have an axle running between the two wheels. Let's head over to our table. We're gonna do our axles and our wheels. So you guys each need how many wheels? How many wheels does a wagon have?
4.
4 wheels, okay? So you want your wheels to actually be able to spin. If you just glue them on the bottom, they're not going to be able to spin, right? So we put a straw down. Now stick your axles through there. One thing that the wagon wheels have were spokes. These were the spokes of the wooden wheels. So can you guys use some markers and draw some spokes onto your wheels? Put a glob of glue in the hole like that. Okay, stick it on, Bray. Good. Is it almost sticking out the other end?
Yeah.
Perfect. So Bray, you have your axles and your wheels on. We got to give them a second to dry, okay? All right, let's head over to Caleb.
Look.
So they work.
They both move together.
Good. Because if your wheels didn't turn, could your mules, your oxen, your horses pull the wagon?
Well, would they go slow?
It would be really hard for them. It took 6 months to get from Independence, Missouri to Oregon City. Go ahead, put that one on.
I also made a Lego toy wagon.
Caleb did. Before we came here, we were learning about the Oregon Trail, and Caleb used his Legos and made a covered wagon. So what does the driver sit in on this wagon, you guys?
Let me show you.
Show us. What does the driver sit in? What is that up there?
It's a seat.
There's a seat in there. Should our wagons have a seat? Okay, let's go do seats. Here's your
This
seat.
side.
Does that look like a seat to you?
Yeah.
Nicely done. Okay, looking good, everyone. So we've got our seats, our beds, our axles, our wheels. Now, guys, what part are we missing? It's called a bonnet.
Make Daddy long legs.
What did you do?
Daddy long legs.
Okay, since there is this, actually he looks like a big old mosquito, but we're calling him Daddy Long Legs on our covered wagon, Braden decided to make one on his covered wagon.
I'm gonna make it on the bonnet.
Bonnet, okay. Okay. What do you think supports the bonnet? How did it stay up like that? Show me the part we have to build next that supports the wagon and makes it have this really cool arched shape here.
I need a metal frame.
Oh, you're right, guys. Up there are these metal frames. They were actually called arched bows. And what is it attached to?
The bed.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to make
Wagon bed.
the wagon bed.
This
Not
is no bed.
not the king size bed, the wagon bed.
And we have king size bed.
Okay? So let's go make a bunch of arched bows.
Oh.
Oh my. Let's go. Arched bows time. These are going to be our arched bows. Now, do you see on the inside here? The cardboard has little holes. It's corrugated, right? That's perfect. That's what we're going to stick these into. So, Bray, if you stick one end inside any one of those holes, bend it over, and stick the other end across from it. You can bend it. Good. And stick it in there. Nice. So this is really starting to look very similar to the covered wagons. Hey, do you guys remember what the people traveling on the wagons were called? Starts with a P.
Pioneers.
Yes, Bray, pioneers. So now we have the support or a frame, right? That was important. What'd you make?
A hut.
He loves it here. Loves it here at the KOA Delaware Water Gap. Okay.
And I also love your mini golf.
He loves your mini golf. What else do you love that they do here?
Your bounce pad.
Bounce pad. Oh my gosh, what did we see last night? We want to have a clean campsite, right? So we brought our garbage up to the dumpster. What did we see?
A cow.
A cow. Carmen the cow lives here. Because we're on the Oregon Trail, so that cow must have been our what?
milking cow.
Our milking cow. They did that on the Oregon Trail. Some families, if they could afford it, would bring a cow with them, a milking cow. They could, along the way, get milk from the cow. They could make butter. What are some things that they ate along the trail? Do you guys remember?
Yes, lemonade and crackers.
Lemonade and crackers. It's very true. They actually brought some lemon extract. They made lemonade. They brought dry things like crackers and dry fruit and dry beans. You said we were missing the bonnet, the very top part. Guess what we have? A bonnet for each of you. Okay, that's your bonnet. This is your bonnet. My goodness, look at this. So turn the wagon on its side. Put a strip of glue right there. It came out great. Check it out. Check out your covered wagon. I actually have horses for you guys. So you have a horse to pull your covered wagon.
Can I even take this as an oxen?
Yes, you can. Can you make it down the hill, Brayden?
I could even make it down the Boulder Hill.
Oh, okay. Here we go, making our way down the Oregon Trail. Oh no! Oh my goodness, we need help. Our wagon tipped over. We need help. Is there anyone who can help us? I think help is on the way. Oh, look, the horses came to help.
I'm pushing it so the wheels don't get stuck.
Oh, he's helping your wheels.
No, we need it to stop right here.
Check this out. I see some tracks carved into the ground from wagons after wagons traveling on the same trail. Their wheels carved out these ditches. And there are actually still a few spots in the United States that you can see some of the old ditches from the Oregon Trail.
Mine's a rock collector one.
Oh.
He collects big boulders that are in the middle of the Wagon Trail.
Oh, so smart. Caleb, what did you put in your covered wagon? Caleb! Caleb! Okay. We now have a worm on the Oregon Trail. Camping with boys. I guess the horses are taking a break. Caleb's corralling some more worms in here. Well, look at those supports in there, Caleb. You got those arched bows holding up your bonnet and a worm. You made a worm obstacle course?
Mm-hmm.
Caleb, you're fun.
That spot is still there. Daddy Long Legs.
Okay, you're now officially a guest on BK Playhouse. We should name him. What's his name?
BK Playhouse.
Name him BK Playhouse? Mm-hmm. Okay, BK Playhouse. Welcome to BK Playhouse. He made it onto your wagon. Which side? Right there, and he's on Caleb's wagon. Right there.
This is the funnest night ever.
Funnest night ever? What do you mean? It's nighttime?
Remember,
What?
he's playing on the Wagon Trail.
Oh, Braden's right. We're playing, so we're actually pretending we're on the Oregon Trail while we're here. And we had to walk along the wagon, and then all of a sudden it was nighttime. So even though it's daytime, don't be fooled. It is actually, in our pretend Oregon Trail, nighttime. Now, what did the kids do at night, Braden?
Every night, a parent would come up and teach the kids a lesson.
Oh, he's right. So that's when the kids did their schooling, because they were on the trail for 6 months at a time. That's a lot of school to miss. So when they would stop and put all the wagons around a corral in a circle, one of the parents or a few of the parents would get out and teach a lesson to the kids. And that's what we did. I was the teacher and I taught them the lesson, learning the parts of a covered wagon and learning about the Oregon Trail. Now you guys might not know this. There's actually an old school computer game that most parents actually played when we were little called the Oregon Trail. So if you guys don't know about it, ask your parents about if they ever played the old school game Oregon Trail. In school, in our computer classes, we all played it. Oh no, it's raining. What did they do when it rained? They came under here. They did, you're right. When it rained, they would sleep under the wagon. Why wouldn't they sleep in the wagon?
There's too much stuff.
Too much stuff, yeah. So they would actually sleep under the wagon. right? Between the axles and the tires. Oh, Brayden. Brayden's going old school style and sleeping under the covered wagon. Is that as comfortable as your bed last night?
No.
No. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us here at BK Playhouse, and a huge thank you to KOA Delaware Water Gap for sponsoring this episode, helping us learn about all things Oregon Trail. The covered wagon, the parts of the wagon, just this overall experience was so cool. If you have a chance, come here with your family, stay in the covered wagon, experience the authentic Oregon Trail. Don't forget to click subscribe, give us a like, and come to the KOA Delaware Water Gap. It's really fun here.